Welcome YouTube, this is Kamsai Raikor here. And this is the third video, and I don't know how long this is going to be going on because this has been way more of a stressful computer build than I wanted it to be. So, good news, my LG 34-inch curved ultra-wide monitor should be here tomorrow. So I'll probably do a video on that, which will be nice. I wish I could just look at... See, I'm not looking at the webcam. I'm looking at the screen, which is right above the webcam. So I'm trying to move like my preview window down, so I'm looking more at the webcam. All right, so I spray painted the Cosmos 2 case, and I did a really, really shitty job. Like, I'm going to admit I didn't properly clean the pieces I painted. I didn't properly do anything. I barely even dusted it before I just sprayed it with, I mean, it was a self-etching primer blue gloss paint, which is fine, but I didn't prepare the surface at all. I didn't evenly coat it. I spray painted it in my basement, which I still have to clean up. And it was too cold to really spray paint it there, and it was still humid, but I wasn't going to do it outside because it was raining. And there was plenty of ventilation in the room I painted it in, but there was terrible lighting down there. This is horrible. So basically, I pretty much fucked it up from the start. It's blue. Some parts are more blue than others. You could definitely see where the paint's just fucked up on it. And the worst part is I bought the side panel window for it. And, impulse buy. I don't know why. I think I was just so upset with the Arc XL that I was like, I'm going to make the Cosmos 2 work for me. So, yeah. But from that point on, I completely fucked it up. But I was waiting, like I had spray painted, I had put it back together, and I was waiting on these fans to show up. And I had ordered 5 Corsair Quiet Edition SP 120s, and I had ordered 1 Airflow Quiet Edition. And these are supposed to be SP static pressure, but they're supposed to be Quiet Edition, so they're supposed to be relatively quiet. And I don't know what happened, but I got out of the 5, I got 2 of them that were just clicky as all hell. Like they're just and some of them are clicky when you're doing like this, when they were, because I had 2 of them put onto I took out the fans I originally had because I was using Antec blue LED fans on the H100i GTX. So I took those out and I put these in there because I was like, oh, Corsair, SP static pressure should be really good. And I had tried all 4 fans, and out of all 4 fans, there was some issue where they were either A, really noisy, which is weird, but it's not like they were loud. There was just a weird hum to them. Like, it's just, and there was either a weird hum or there was like a whirring, like whir, 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 and I was like, oh man, maybe it's the pump. And no, I actually had it turned off, and I was testing only the fans. And sure as shit, a bunch of these fans were making blah 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 noises, and it was just really fucking weird. So I took these fans out, and I still had I don't even remember when I bought these. I bought these Antec fans way back when I was in Japan. I ordered them from Newegg a long time ago. I had ordered like 30 of them. No, what? Did they order from Newegg? No, I had ordered these blue LED Antec fans from Performance PC, and they were supposed to cable sleeve all of them, but they didn't cable sleeve all of them. But this was way back in 2009 or whatever, 2009 to 2010 when I was first built my X58 series. But anyway, so I still have those fans lying around because they haven't died, and they come with a speed regulator that's low, medium, or high, and I put them back in there because these were clicking and making a lot of noise, and I don't know. I don't know if it's the case having too much air ventilation or not enough sound dampening material, or I don't know what it is, but for some weird reason the overall sound of the case just seems too loud. Normally the case is on the like, it might be because I always kept the case on the floor, and I know it had gotten incredibly dusty over the years anyways. I'd always kept this case on the floor and I never heard it. And so I'd always kept it on the floor, and I never heard it at all. I mean, I'd heard it every once in a while, but it was never like loud. So I just keep it on the floor, and it was fine. Now it's sitting on top of this. Well, I'll just point the thing in there because you don't need to see me. Anyway, so now it's sitting here. Beep. And you can see all my other screens over here. So it's sitting right there. Actually, maybe I can get a better angle. Still gonna get a glare. Either way, so we'll just set that right there, and then we could turn these off. Yeah. Okay. So you'll still see the main screen, but anyways, so it's sitting right there, and it's a few feet away from my head, and it's still, even now, I've got an SP, I've got still a static pressure fan up front, I've got a 200 millimeter Cooler Master fan because I couldn't find another manufacturer that made 200 millimeter that I knew would fit here, so I got a 200 millimeter Cooler Master fan. That's relatively quiet, and it's pulling a bunch of air. And I got these two, I swapped these fans out. These were where I had my SPs. I had two SPs down here, and like they were just making a lot of weird noise. And I had two SPs up there where the pull on the H100i, and I don't know, they were just making a lot of uncomfortable sound. And I mean, I probably have, with a fan coming in here and two fans right here, I've probably got way too much cooling on my hard drives. Like, absolutely way too much. I have one SSD in down there, one hard drive, and I'm going to put another hard drive in because I ordered a 5 terabyte hard drive. Now, oddly enough, the quiet airflow fan, like this one way back here, like, amazing. It's only at like 300 RPM. I barely hear it. And, but I put these two Antec fans, I've got two more I put back up there. They're all set for low, and I don't really hear them very much. I have a feeling I'm hearing the video card a little bit more, but I'm definitely still hearing the pump from the H100i GTX, and it's just, I don't know, it's unsettling. Just sitting here, normally it's really quiet in my house, it's just sitting here and then just like listening to this weird whirring noise. It's I don't know. I mean, the shitty part is I put in the light kit, and I really like the light kit. I really like the NZXT Hue light kit, and if I buy a different case, another case, spend $150 on this window, and if I buy something else, and plus, I mean, I spent this money on this window, I fucked up the paint job. If I buy another case to put this X99 build in, because this X99, this computer is amazing. I haven't a single issue with this computer yet. But if I buy another case to put all this crap back into, I will have dropped a lot of money. I don't want to put it back. Number one, I don't want to put it back in the Arc XL. Mostly because the Arc XL, I didn't like the tinted window on the Arc XL. I'm not gonna lie. The tinted window there's something on it that's just really off. I don't like the tinted window. And I don't know. I just didn't like the build quality of the Arc XL so much. I still want to use the Arc XL for my home theater PC, which, another side note, when I dropped the CPU, I must have done something. I either did something to the CPU or did something to the motherboard, because it won't post past 5 seconds. It just keeps shitting out on me. I don't know what's going on with it. And I can investigate it further, but I tried a bunch of different things already on there, and it just doesn't work. Now, here's my issue. I thought about getting an air cooler, replacing the H100i GTX with an air cooler, and that would probably get rid of a lot of the worry noise. just because I know these all-in-one liquid coolers have a bunch of pump line. So I thought about getting something from maybe like Noctua or Be Quiet or something. And Be Quiet had a really nice one, but the problem is with Be Quiet is like, especially with a lot of the bigger AAO coolers, for my 5930K, 30K, whatever, my 6-core X99 processor, whatever goes in there, it might interfere with my Ripjaw memory, and I don't want to. I got 32 gigs of Ripjaw memory in there. They're not high profile memory, but they're not low profile memory either. They're kind of in the middle. So I'm concerned that if I get if I go and drop $80 on a really high performance air cooler, that it might interrupt and it might interfere with my memory. And I'm not buying DDR4 memory for a while. That's expensive. So I'm kind of in a weird conundrum where if I'm playing video games, it's fine. If I'm playing, I was just playing Fallout earlier, and I had the volume in Fallout turned all the way up. It's fine. If I'm watching like a YouTube video or something, I barely hear this system when I'm like watching something. But if I'm sitting here writing, and I'm working on something, it's just there, and it's driving me crazy, slightly crazy that I've done all of this. And it's my fault. I half-assed a lot of this project, but then I was like, I don't know. I put too much stock into these Corsair fans. A lot of people said they're really good, and maybe I just got screwed and I just got two bad ones. And people are like, "Oh, we'll return them," and I'm like, I could return them. I might have damaged the boxes a lot. I don't know, but I could use these for something else in the future, so I might just keep them. Even if they make some weird noise, I could probably use them somewhere. And they weren't. So now I'm like, all right, what do I do? Do I go and get some? Be Quiet does have some pretty optimized fans. Do I replace the all-in-one liquid cooler with an air cooler? Hopefully I can get something like the Be Quiet, was it the Rock Pro 3 or something like that? Hopefully they'll fit, or a Noctua cooler or something. And I've already set this to the quietest it can be, and it's still making that weird whirry noise. It's just I don't know. Or do I just kind of deal with it? I know someone was like, "Oh, you should just get some headphones, man." And I have headphones, but I think they. I don't know what happened. I had a Logitech 930 series, and I was trying to use it earlier, and it just kept like turning on and off. So I don't know what's going on with that. So either, I don't know, get another headset and only use a headset, which I don't like. Headset. Oh, another thing. One of my rear speakers in my surround sound system stopped working. So I don't know what's going on there either. This whole project is just one hassle after the other. And I was looking at sound dampening cases. And Be Quiet offers their 800 series, but if I was going to get it, I'd get the side panel window one, which doesn't have as much sound dampening material as the non-side panel window. So there's that. And then it's just kind of like, is that going to help? I don't know. There's so many issues, and I'm not really sure what to really do. I could just kind of deal with it for a while, and then just, because over time you're eventually not going to hear your computer. If you sit here long enough, you'll eventually not hear it. It'll just kind of, you'll tone deaf it out, and it won't be a big deal. It's kind of like what happens if you have kids. You kind of stop it, you kind of ignore them after a while. But I mean, other than that, it's really pretty. Ah! Oh god, sorry. So, I mean, other than the reflection, I really do like the LED kit, and I like the way it breathes. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty digging it. So, let me stop causing you to all be sick. So, yeah. Issues. It's a little too noisy. I've already spent a lot of money. I half-assed the paint job. I've already stuck the light kit in there, and it's pretty stuck on there. I don't know. Some people were saying the adhesive sticky material isn't that sticky. I think they mean like if you take it off and put it back on. Because when you put it on, that shit's stuck, and I don't think it's coming off. I don't think it's going to come off on its own. But that's in there. So if I buy a new case, I'm going to have to put the light kit in the new case. And here's the issue I have is all of the sound dampening cases that currently exist are ATX cases. Like the Fractal Design, there's a Fractal Design case that has sound dampening material, and it's an ATX case. And the Be Quiet one with sound dampening material is also an ATX case. But what they don't have is they don't have any eATX cases. And no, I don't have an eATX motherboard, but I like the larger cases with the extra room. So what I could do, here's an option. I could find a case that has a window. Lee and Lee, maybe. Could be Lee and Lee. Might not be a bad idea. Most of them are pretty solid. Buy some sound dampening material and spend a lot of real quality time on filling in sound dampening material and getting the case really nice. And I could do that as a project. I don't know. That's a potential project idea. And I'm going to keep this case to use somewhere. Whether I use it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this case, but I know for a fact that obviously I can't sound dampen a huge plexiglass piece of glass. That's not possible. But I'm going to need to do something, and this just isn't working as well as I'd hoped. So I need to find something that's larger than an ATX case that I can sound dampen myself. So I'm going to be on the market. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to look around, and I'm going to try to find a case that's more than ATX. It's eATX or around there. That's pretty plain that I can sound dampen. Hopefully one that comes with a window. And so if you guys have any recommendations, please shoot them at me. I don't know. There's also the issue where I want to go full liquid cooling at some point in time. So I would need to find a case that not only is I could sound dampen, but I could later on put liquid cooling in the future. So I don't know. I might just have to just deal with this for now, which is probably what I'm going to do, and just kind of live with this for the next year. And just kind of, I don't know, maybe at some point just order some quieter fans. I mean, it's not too bad right now, but it is I don't know, maybe you guys can hear it. Let me move my mic a little. Oh, well, that's not going to work. Can you guys hear? I don't know if you guys can. I have no idea if you guys can hear that. But anyways, this has been Commissar Riot Core. Thanks for watching, and sorry that I wasn't able to do the full build. Oh, yeah. I mentioned it before. I completely fucked my AMD build. I don't know what's wrong. It won't post past a few minutes. It started up and it was like new PC and a new CPU installed, and I pressed enter, and then it just shut off. And then it would turn back on and shut off. And it just kept doing that. And I don't know what the hell's going on. It was only using the SSD it was originally using, the same 128 gig SSD. So I took it apart, pulled out the processor. I originally had installed the motherboard because the X99 build has an extra standoff than the AMD build. And I had put the AMD motherboard. What I think I might have done is I think I might have put the AMD motherboard with a standoff that's not supposed to be on the back. And I think I pressed the board onto a standoff, which shorted out something on the back of the motherboard. Or when I was putting it back together, I think I might have spiked a capacitor or something with a screwdriver. I might have slipped a screw. And I think I really spiked the shit out of that, which sucks. Luckily, I wasn't using that PC. Unfortunately, I potentially lost an 830 or an 8350 8-core, which sucks. But wasn't using that. I was going to use that PC for anything other than just like hooking up to a TV and just watching Netflix. I wasn't really going to do much with it, and I was only dealing with it because it was a spare PC. So what I might do is I might go FM2 Plus, get that cheap 4-core, and then reuse the DDR3, reuse the video card, reuse the power supply. And that wouldn't be too expensive. That'd be under $200. Keep the same case. I might do that. That's probably the best way to go about this, because it's either the motherboard or the processor's fucked. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really in a hurry to rebuild that one right now because I don't really need to. I have a laptop that works just fine. But I want to move the laptop down to the downstairs in the living room, so that's why I was trying to get this figured out. But I guess I could just leave it as is right now. Let's see. Yeah. So in conclusion, this case is loud. Paint job's really shitty. I really like the light kit though. Having an issue with all-in-one liquid coolers. Can't get it to be any quieter. I've tried. I've used Corsair Link. I've dropped the voltages. It just won't go any further. Yeah, Corsair fans, they're very hit or miss. I don't think I'll ever buy Corsair fans ever again. I don't know. Maybe it just was. Maybe I was expecting too much from the Quiet series. Maybe I was expecting them to be quieter. Maybe I should have done more research. More research is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna do some more research. Maybe I'll do a sound dampening project case at some point. Maybe I'll plan one. Maybe we'll do one at our next location. Sounds like a good idea. Because by then, Kepler will be out. No, Pascal will be out. Yep, Pascal will be out. And the 290 G, the 980 Ti will be not old news, but will definitely be not as good as Pascal. So maybe we will do that. So maybe that'll be out. That's probably the better idea. Save some money for now. In a year, I'll eventually ignore the noise, or I'll go crazy. I'll just take all the fans out and just deal with it that way. But anyways, yep. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. If you got any suggestions other than wear headphones, noob, because I know I could go buy a set of headphones and deal with those. I don't really want to wear headphones all day long. It's just not what I want to do. So, yep. See you guys. See y'all later. Goodbye.